Adam, you gotta come smell this tobacco. You can smell that ammonia. Yeah. You gotta realize, guys, what's happening here. Fermenting tobacco is a chemical biological process, and you're breaking down the proteins in a plant, and the ammonia doesn't come out until the very end of fermentation. So if you've ever smoked a cigar and it tastes like ammonia, the tobacco wasn't fermented properly. Right? It comes out at the very end. That's when everything is broken down, and then you have to release the ammonia.
No, it's not. It's part of it.
That's part of it. It's part of it.
It's coming out of the plant. The ammonia is coming out of the plant. All right? And what they're doing in here is they're reconditioning this tobacco. They'll bring it in here. They're going to fill up this room and hang it. And then you have these misters here. And then they'll mist it overnight. They'll turn it on for, I don't know how long they turn it on, for 4 or 5 hours. And then let the tobacco just set overnight. And then they put it back into where they got to go. Guys, after the tobacco has finally been fermented, it comes here. These ladies all here have had a minimum of at least 5 years experience.
Okay.
What we have is, they put these windows here so you get northern light. And they're classifying by texture and color, which we can't even tell the difference, but they can tell the difference. Once they get it here, it comes over to these ladies here, and they bundle it up by size. 13, 15, 17, 21, 23 inch. They just measure it out and they slide it in. Because remember, when you're making a cigar, if you're making a big ring, you want big leaves. If you're making a small ring, you want, or a petite corona or a small size, you want a smaller leaf. You don't want to waste tobacco. So everything gets sized up by 2 inches. Then they just fall down into the thing and then they bail it up. These ladies all here have a lot of experience. And again, you see they have the misters that keep the tobacco moist. Alright, let's go to the next spot. Adam, you're first. You gotta pass through Adam. Just so you guys, this extracts all the ammonia. They'll put it in here. And it should be a pretty strong ammonia odor in there. And they'll extract it slowly with temperature overnight. And then they'll bundle up the tobacco.
Go right ahead.
Just overnight?
Yeah.
I've smelled all I need.
We gotta go through this way, unfortunately. Yeah.
Don't bleed in.
And also you, oh wow, it is strong. You wanna, you guys wanna enjoy a cigar, you gotta go through that. Wow.
That's why we don't paying for it.
But if they didn't do that, if they didn't do this process, you'd have ammonia in your cigar.
Exactly.
So what is the process to remove the ammonia? What is that process? Heat? But it doesn't dry the leaf off.
It dries the leaf off.
Oh.
That's brutal. I gotta explain what they do. What they do is, on these trays here, they'll put like they'll put about 9 to 12 secos, about 6 to 8 visos, and about 4 to 6 ligeros, depending on the thickness. They'll put them on these trays, they'll take them in there, overnight they'll dry heat them. What that does is it takes out any moisture and pulls out extracts all the ammonia out of the cigar. Then they'll take they'll take all this stuff, they'll come over here, they'll lay it in these big bins like this. Alright? And then they'll put a piece of this cloth over the top, and the cloth is on the bottom and everything. Put this weight down, and they'll press this down into a bale of 120 pounds, like that. This whole thing will get pressed down to that. That's why you gotta have that tobacco somewhat dry, so it doesn't get moldy. Because now you're done with the fermentation process. To the point where they can sell it to people, so you don't want any moisture in there, because then your tobacco could mold.
See, they got 2 man, huh?
Yeah. But it tells you the weight, these are all 120 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot of compression, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give off any heat, or is it just dry enough?
It's dry enough, so it's not going to do that. It's not going to ferment. But if you had moisture in there, then tobacco's going to rot too. It's going to get moldy.